Friends, I'm back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is a VulnOS 2. The link will be added into the description section below, so that if you want to download, you can do that. Before we move forward, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. Of course, this machine is very typical CTF-like machines. Yeah, a variety of techniques will be involved in this machine. Enough said, let's just get started. We can go inside the Kali Linux VM. The first step is to discover the IP address of the target by the tool net discover. We can use sudo and net discover with option of I to specify the interface. And so it means that the discovery packets will be sent from this interface, and also can specify the range of the network to speed up this process. As you can see, the IP address of the target can be identified as 104. So next, we need to do the port scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already done the map scanning earlier. As you can see, over here, I use the options like scene scan, the virtual scan, the default script scan, and then use the option of -p- to do the comprehensive scan. Yeah, in some cases, this option is very important. Otherwise, we cannot find some abnormal port numbers. And then use the option of uppercase PN not to do the live testing. Of course, just I mentioned in the other video, this option is very important when we deal with the Windows machine. And then output the result into this file with the option of ON. From a map scanning, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface or secure shell surface. And its version number, as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability besides the username enumeration vulnerability, which is not what we are wanting. Okay? And the second port number is 80, which is running HTTP surface, and also the version information, which is Apache 2. And the next one is 667, which is running IRC. I think we do not need to pay attention to this port number for this machine. So what we are going to do next is to do enumeration both manually and automatically with the HTTP surface or web application. Let's launch our browser to do the manual enumeration first. And we can put the address of the target into the address bar of the browser. Yeah, here some information left by the author about the machine itself. And of course, the target should be this one, the website. And we just click this link. Here, this is just another byware company. And we can scroll to the bottom. Nothing interesting we can get. And home. Also, of course, we need to check source code of this page. Sometimes source code contains some information, especially in the comment section. However, this case, we cannot get anything like that. And maybe I can close down this home page of the machine itself. And here some links. You know, from here we can guess that this parameter Q has vulnerability. I mean the SQL injection vulnerability. Okay, let me do it. Of course, before we can note down such information onto a notebook. Maybe I need to note it down to a notebook, and we need to do we need to complete the manual enumeration first. Jobs, documentation, however, nothing there. Okay, I think this is the trick I'd like to talk about later. Okay, so before we try to exploit or to test this SQL injection vulnerability, I'd like to do more enumeration. For example, we need to check whether this site has robots file, right? And the directory is gapc, robots. Yeah, it does have. And from the robots file, we can, this would be very familiar for us, right? If you have already done a lot of CTF machines, this is, I think this must be the Jupyter CMS. Later we can check it, okay? So now we can do the more enumeration, for example, like with Ligato, GABC. Press enter. JBC is very important. Sorry, not JBC. The Ligato is very important for the web application enumeration because it can review a lot of information about the web application. For example, like header information, the Drupal 7 was identified. So the Ligato is very useful, right? From this point, we can confirm this point and also can enumerate out some common files or directories. Okay, so Drupal 7. And next we can do the directory enumeration with GoBuster. GABC. And use option of W to specify the word list to enumerate. GoBuster word list. Not this one, sorry. Word list, GoBuster, directory, and extension option. Press enter. Although the GoBuster can help us to discover the directories or files, however, all of them have been discovered already by the Ligato. To save time of this video, I will not wait anymore. So I just quit from the GoBuster. So what we are going to do next, maybe just now we have already noticed that maybe this parameter Q has SQL injection vulnerability. Let's test it now. We can use SQL map with option of U to specify the URL of the target. And we can put it in here. Press enter. However, the SQL map failed to discover or recognize the SQL injection vulnerability, which is fine. This box is not so easy, okay? So now we need to go back to the browser. Earlier during the stage of the manual enumeration, we have already noticed one weird thing. The documentation, nothing we can get or empty, right? This page. However, if you check the source code of this page and take a look at the source code of this page very closely, let's scroll down. For security reasons, this section is hidden. So I think this is the first trick left or given by the author with this machine for detailed view and documentation of your products. Please visit our documentation platform at this directory. So we need to copy this directory name. And of course, we need to access this directory. Press enter. Yeah, we are prompted by another CMS, and this is the open doc main. We can copy. And also, sorry, here, tell us, the author even tell us we can log in to this platform with the credentials of guest and guest. Okay, so now go back here. We can copy this CMS name to see whether we can find the vulnerability for this CMS. We can copy, and we can use search exploit utility, and we need to remove the V. As you can see, multiple vulnerabilities exist with this version of CMS, open doc main. We can get down this instruction of the exploitation or exploit, rather search exploit with option of M, and we can copy this relative path of the exploit. Of course, this case is not exploit code, just some instruction. We can get out this file. As you can see, the first exploit should be SQL injection, and the POC should be this one. Maybe we can copy and access. Maybe I can open up another tab, which is better, right? Okay, let's press enter. Not found. Okay, I forgot to put the directory in the front. Press again. As you can see, we got the version of the database, right? So maybe next we need to, at this point, we have already know that this target has SQL injection vulnerability. We need to exploit this vulnerability to our advantages, right? So how to do? We can use SQL map with U, and we can copy. Maybe I can copy the entire path. Press enter. Yeah, I'd like to tell you, if you did the machine the first time, this way cannot work. We are required to be authenticated and then do the SQL injection vulnerability testing, and then you will get what you expect. Because, yeah, the SQL map in my local machine has cache, so no error. Next, I'd like to show you the correct procedure to test this vulnerability. And another point I'd like to raise for you is, although here the instruction of the exploit has already given us the POC, maybe sometimes we need to adapt, or we need to make more testing. For example, in this case, we need to be authenticated and test this one. Okay, let me show you. Maybe the hands-on practice is better for exploration and understanding. So how to do? We can go back. Not this one. Yeah, this one. We can log in with guest and guest. Enter. Yeah, no error. Next, we can turn the, maybe, okay, now we can copy this path again. copy and put in here. Okay. And then next, of course, we can run. Okay, we can run the. We can copy. We can copy this. As you can see, no problem again. So next we can turn the proxy to Burp Suite, and then we can launch our Burp Suite to intercept the request. So this is the right way to do. Otherwise, you will not discover the SQL injection vulnerability. Okay, so how to do? Next, we can remove this part. Press enter. As you can see, we got the request, and this request has cookie. The cookie is very important to make us to discover and exploit the SQL injection vulnerability. Next, go back to the terminal, SQL map with option of IEQ. Press enter. Yeah, it again, the target has SQL injection vulnerability, and then we can enumerate out the databases information, and this database is what we are looking for. And we want to know the tables with this database, and this one, of course, contains the user information, right? We can ODM user and dump, and of course I do not want to crack. As you can see, we got the username or email and password, and this password we can, of course, we can use hash identifier to identify the type of a hash. Yeah, this is MD5. Normally we can write or save this hash to the hashes, and then we can use John the Ripper to crack it. However, will not succeed. Maybe you will be thinking that we can specify the format or the hash type. However, also not successful. The reason is that the LocQ, although LocQ word list is very powerful, contains millions of words. However, in this case, the password is not inside this LocQ word list. So maybe we need to, we can use other websites online website to decrypt. For example, the crack station. Also, normally I will use this crack station to decrypt the hash. However, also this website, the word list of this website doesn't contain the password. Yeah, and this one, yeah, we can copy here and decrypt. As you can see, we found this password. We can copy and note it down to our notebook. Next, we can log in to the target with the same, although this username and password is for the database, however, or for the web application. However, sometimes the target has vulnerability of the passwords reuse, right? So we can log in to the target by SSH, and we can copy the password. Yeah, no error, and we can get the bash session. Next, we need to do what we need to do is make lateral movement, right? Go to the webmin. Nothing interesting. Go to another home directory, permission denied. Also, we need to check the kernel. The kernel is a bit outdated. Maybe we can utilize this outdated kernel to elevate a privilege. Before we do that, I'd like to upload the NumPy shell script to do the automatic enumeration, right? To save time, I've already got this script ready. So next, in order to upload this script, we need to set up the web server locally on the Kali Linux. Now we go back. So where? Yeah, this one we can use wget to upload, followed by the IP address of the Kali Linux NumPy. And in order to run this script, we need to make it executable and run it. NumPy shell script is very powerful for the privilege escalation because it can automatically enumerate out and gather information about the target from very, very, very different aspects. For example, like SUID, vulnerable information, the process information, also the local exploits if the target has. As you can see, it's down. And then we can scroll back to see whether we can find the vector, And such vectors are always highlighted in yellow and red color. So this would be very easy to locate and identify. Cron job information. Okay, unfortunately, not very much interesting or vectors we can get besides the local exploits. Of course, I have already tried to use, as my standard methodology, if the target has several local exploits available, I'd like to use Metasploit to do the exploitation. However, when I did the machine the first time, I failed to do that. I failed to elevate a privilege. So I will not do that now, okay? And also, yeah, maybe we can use the dirtycow and also, this is outdated. I'd like to give you another way or an alternative way, We can search exploit the kernel, and the version is 3.13. And this one is what we are interested in. Of course, you can try one by one. And we can use option of M to get down this exploit. Next, we can upload this exploit code to the target. And we can use wget. Okay, it's done. And then, we need to compile this C code. However, how to make compilation? Usually, the exploit code contains the instruction on how to make compilation. So we can cut out this code, and the header part contains. Yeah, this one, very simple. We just use the compiler GCC to compile this code with option of O to output, and output to exploit, and then we can make it executable, and then we can run this exploit. So we are successful, right? And we can get the not user flag. This is the final or root flag. So maybe I can record the video, another video, to see whether we can utilize the dirtycow exploit to elevate privilege. Of course, this is the other things we can do later or the other time. Okay, so see you. Have a nice day. Bye.